We'll talk about it in Vancouver because it hasn't come out yet.
You can talk about that. You can prep them.
Okay, well there's a scene where
It's not. Yeah, don't give me anything. It's a scene in a field with young Sam.
there's a scene in the field with young Sam. Young Sam is not 18 years old yet, so you can only
Colin.
Colin, exactly.
Colin. Colin's absolutely great. In fact, talk about somebody who has an excitement for what he does and an absolute passion for being on set and doing this. I mean, I was there. I'll give you a little so you don't have to compare it. Yeah, it was. But he wasn't there obviously because it was young Sam. But I was doing a scene with young Sam.
Okay.
And and Colin had hit his cutoff, and he couldn't work anymore, and he was visibly upset. He wanted to continue to work because they weren't done shooting with him. And so what happened was they had to bring in somebody who was of age, who was 18 years old. Well, but still looked like a young boy, and there's no guy that's 18 years old that they could get that looked like a young boy, so they got a young girl.
To play young Sam.
To play young Sam. They got an 18-year-old girl to play, 10-year-old Sam?
To play like 10-year-old Sam, they had to go with an 18-year-old.
And needless to say, she wasn't the most masculine person in the world. And they had to reshoot it. They had to reshoot that series of shots because it was so feminine.
Because we just, obviously it couldn't be on her face, but she wore Sam's clothes, young Sam's clothes.
And it was on her back.
She moved like an 18-year-old girl, which she was. So, I mean, I can't blame her for doing what she did. She was playing a boy.
But I just remember looking over at the crew and everybody was just like, I can't wait for Jared to see this.
I got to work the next day and they were like, what do you think about the younger version?
Have you seen the daily?
And I was like, Colin's great. Like, Colin's been here for years. Awesome. Like, Colin, we were just cut off last night. What?
So anyway, that kind of, proves the kind of difficulty there.
And then things like if a child has 12 hours of work to shoot, but they can only shoot for 8 hours, then we have to shoot them out. And so there'll be a scene. There'll be, let's say, 3 two-page scenes. We do the first one, we do the second one, but we can't get our coverage of it until we shoot them out. So then we'll go back, and Jensen and I will be with pieces of tape, honestly, pieces of tape or like a tennis ball on a stand.
So it's not the children themselves, it's the work laws.
How about the animals?
Animals, it can be difficult to work with because even though they're trained, and a lot of them are brilliantly trained, they can hit a mark better than most actors we work with. But sometimes they get a sniff of something, or they don't want to do what the trainer's telling them to do, and so it could be 5, 6, 7, 8, 12 takes later before we finally got the dog to like put its paw or whatever it might be.
In the same episode, actually, that we see young Sam, a kid actor, we also see a golden retriever who was a brilliantly trained golden retriever. And when the trainer would be like up, down, right, you do the New York Times, they would do it. The thing is that dogs respond to a trainer. So
and now
when it's an actor's job, then and I love dogs, and luckily I kind of love dogs. I think the dog understood that, and I kind of am used to trying to train. But it's tough. It's tough because they want to look to their trainer to go like, instead of looking at me and doing what I say, they're looking at the trainer going like, well, what do you think? And so, so on camera, their face is obviously doing this number. And so when they do the dog, it looks great at you.
A lot of times, you look at movies and television, anytime there's like a dog, you can see them maybe just looking over the actor's shoulder or just looking off camera this way. It's because they're looking at their trainer who's like, don't move. Don't look at me, don't look at me. So, one movie that I was really impressed was the Will Smith version of I Am Legend. And the dog in that movie, I thought, I don't think I ever saw that dog looking at off camera. It was always looking at Will Smith, which I was like, he put in some hours with that dog. And I think he actually did, because I read an article, he was like, he was trying to do everything he could to keep that dog out of the shoot, but that dog made that trainer so much money that he's like, this is my cash cow, are you kidding me? So there you go, I hope that helps. You're welcome.